Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today it is the 1st of November. Yeah, a little bit out there. Probably should have done this video on the 23rd of November, but anyway. Yeah, this is the Doctor Who, the official 50th anniversary annual. I didn't have this until the person who gave me this obviously gave me it. So to that person I say thank you. I find it very highly unlikely that the person who did give me this is watching this, but if they were watching it, then as I say thank you. And that they really didn't have to get me this, but yeah, it's a pretty decent book, like sort of annual, I guess. On the front you've obviously got Matt Smith in the tweed, sort of purple tweed jacket from the 50th anniversary sort of year. As well as the TARDIS in the background, big letters for all the stuff, the silver sort of logo for the Doctor Who, and then DW making up the TARDIS, BBC on the book on the spine. Then you've got the sort of very cool, iconic sort of image that if you're a very, very long time subscriber to my channel, you'll remember that I used to have this as my channel sort of icon sort of thing in the round sort of little circle, I guess. Yeah, William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, and then all the other Doctors and whatnot, up until, you know, the most current one at the time and that. And I just, as I say, I just think it's really, really, really simple design, but effective, I guess. And then you've got, you know, the sort of vortex sort of thing, and you've got these little baddies. I think that's supposed to be a headless monk. That's a scarecrow from the two-parter that it's from. And then, yeah. And then you've got some more little baddies and that. You've got the contents page. You've got another little baddie in the plunger, which is pretty funny. Yeah, this was some other sort of 50th anniversary promo sort of artwork. Very nostalgic imagery for me. I don't know why, but, well, I guess because it's 50th and that. And then, yeah, the contents page going over what's what and what page it's on and what not, because that's usually how content pages work, I suppose. 50 years of Doctor Who, time flies when you're a Time Lord. You've got the Doctor's Diary sort of thing. You've got the monster hunt to try and track down these little monsters within the book, which is a nice little kid thing. A nice little thing for the kids, even bigger on the inside. A nice sort of thing about the different TARDIS interiors. 50 amazing facts about the Doctor. Yeah, the theme of a lot of these things is, spoiler alert, 50. So, you know. I know my friend Michael over at the YouTube channel Nerd Central, he has this book, I'm pretty sure. I remember flicking through it once when I was at his once, quite some years ago now. But yeah, yeah, as I say, I remember him having this book, but now I have it too, so that's cool. Little maze sort of thing, which is kind of cool because it's got the Weeping Angels, which were kind of in a maze in the episode, so it's kind of nicely tied into that. The door to a winter, the door to a winter long gone, or long ago even, sort of comic strip, and that. I don't particularly care for the art in this, but maybe the story's okay, I have no idea. I think this is a spot the difference sort of thing. This one I really like, because it's got bios on all the different Doctors, so the first, second, third, fourth, missed a page there, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th and 11th Doctors. Although this is the 50th anniversary one, I'm a little bit confused as to why they didn't include War Doctor in this. I guess this book was released before, I mean not before, yeah, before the 50th anniversary as opposed to after, which seems a bit weird personally, so yeah. But what I like is also plus the 50 years of the companions sort of down the spine, or down this, like, yeah, down the bottom of the book. I especially like the sort of 60s one for myself because I'm notorious for forgetting the names of the 60s Doctor Who companions, but to be fair, a lot of them sound very similar, like Victoria and Zoe, and I feel like Victoria and Zoe are the two that I often always get confused between, and whether or not they were a first Doctor companion or a second Doctor companion. I'll be honest, that is one of my only criticisms of this little timeline thing at the bottom, is the fact that they don't break it up into first, second, third Doctor companions, because certain companions, like let's say Sarah Jane Smith and the Brigadier, well, they both are with, more than just the third / fourth, or the third and fourth Doctor, or do you know what I mean? Like, Sarah Jane goes with the third and fourth Doctor, but if you looked at that, you might just think, oh yeah, she's a third Doctor companion, and then that's it. And then we start with Harry Sullivan and Leela as the fourth Doctor companions. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that, and then you've just got, oddly enough, more bigger pictures for certain characters all of a sudden, which is a bit weird. And obviously a whole page dedicated to the Impossible Girl, Clara. Ugh, really, on a personal level, I really don't like Clara. I like Jenna Coleman as an actress and that, but I don't like Clara. Spicy hot take, I know, but 50 Years Delay, I feel like this looks like a really good read, which I do want to read at some point, and I like this imagery very much, very sort of just out there, really, imagery. Now we go on to a proper spot the difference sort of thing, which, spoiler alert, spotted some differences already, Davros. Spoiler alert! Information on the Great Intelligence, Nightlight, another sort of comic strip sort of thing, some information on the Ice Warriors, Cybermen, and then not the Daleks. That's a bit weird. I'd rather have had Daleks myself because I'm more of a Dalek fan. You've got a sort of journey through the TARDIS sort of puzzle game thing, and then you've also got the big quiz, the big 50 question quiz sort of thing, which is pretty cool, I guess. Some of the questions were really easy, some a little bit more tricky, or trickier than I expected. Although, to be fair, with questions and quizzes, I often find what I get flummoxed by is the phrasing of the question, to be fair. But then again, I'm a bit of a sore loser, so of course I would say such cockamamie things like that. But overall, yeah, I think this annual's, for lack of a better term, I think the best way I can describe it is simple but effective. I think if you're a sort of young, sort of a kid into Doctor Who, or in the Doctor Who fan base, then I think this is a must-have for you. I think if you're a teenager, maybe buy it still. And that if you're more like myself or other fans who are just obsessive collectors at this point, then obviously it's a bit of a must-have. Or if you're nostalgic for the 50th anniversary year, but I think if you're more wanting a bit more of a substantial read, or a bit more, something with a bit more, for lack of a better term, meat on the bones, then I don't think this is the book for you. But yeah, I think it's sort of, no pun intended, but I think it's a bit of a 50-50 book. See what I did there? In terms of, the pros and the cons, and it could have been a bit more, as I say, had a bit more oomph to it, a bit more of a kick. I mean, I guess they're trying, because as I say, they've got information on, Ice Warriors and Cybermen earlier or later in the book. They've got, stuff on the Great Intelligence, they've got stuff on other characters which seem to have disappeared all of a sudden. But yeah, they've got stuff. It's a bit of a mixed bag, basically, I think. But as I say, simple but effective / mixed bag. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please do comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.